What's up guys, it's OneTurnThrill here and this is my Armed Samurai Kei OTK deck profile for 2015. This is a pretty old OTK. The card was released way before GX, I think. And since then this OTK is played. It's still rather consistent. I was surprised when I played it. I had a win rate of about 60 to 70% against the meta decks. Which might be caused by my insane luck when it comes to drawing the right card in the right moment, but it might also show you that this deck is not old stuff and it's still a lot of fun to play. For those of you who don't know how the mechanics work, the main card here is Armed Samurai Kei. That's a 4-star warrior type monster, 500 attack, 800 defense points. That's really low, but the effect says that additionally to the one attack you get with this monster anyways, you can attack one more time for every equipped spell card equipped to Kei. So that means up to 6 attacks per turn. And that's sick, right? A buff monster and then just go 6 times. That's good. So you see how the OTK basically works. Let's go straight for the deck list. That's 3 Keis, self-explaining. Metatsu the Zapper. It's your second win condition, let's call it win condition. If you don't manage to get Kei to your hand, you can also try this with Metatsu, who can attack twice per turn. You can buff him up. So basically in some cases, especially if you equip him with Shooting Starbow Seal, so you can attack directly, basically that works too. But I recommend you using Kei, but it's not possible to have Kei on your hand all the time, so Metatsu is actually a good option here. Then one Marauding Captain. Well, when you normal summon that monster, you can special summon one level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand, and in some cases you really need this card because maybe you have a lot of crap on your hand. You can buff Kei, but it won't be enough to kill off your opponent. But in this case, Marauding Captain with 1200 attack points can really make a difference. So you see, maybe you'll just lack these 1200 attack points, and that means you play Marauding Captain, you special summon Kei, equip Kei, and you have just 1200 more damage. That is pretty OP for many tough situations, especially if you draw, as I said, really bad, which hopefully doesn't occur very often. It shouldn't, basically. Yeah, anyways, so for that, one Marauding Captain. More Marauding Captains in here are not really much use, so one copy is fine. Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu 3 times. This is the card you use on turn 1. If you have to start off, you just set this card face down. When this card is flipped, you can add 1 equip spell from your deck to your hand. So depending on which equipped spell cards you already have, it's most likely Mage Power, because this will give the highest bonus of all, most likely. Or Shooting Starbow Seal if you haven't got it already, because that will enable you to attack directly. Then 1 Allure of Darkness. Metatsu and Kei are darkness type monsters. So basically what this does, if you have Metatsu on your hand but you want to go for the Kei OTK because you have all the equipped spell cards you would need to win, you basically play Allure of Darkness and remove from play Metatsu the Zapper, so you draw 2 more cards. So if you have 2 Keis, you can remove one of them, you know? So it just helps you out conducting the OTK and being best prepared and stuff. Then 1 Raigeki, in case your opponent brings out a monster which would actually be able to deal with Kei, maybe absorb the damage or negate the attack or whatsoever. Yeah, just destroyed before that. Then 3 reinforcements of the army to add Kei or Metatsu, or maybe even Marauding Captain from your deck to your hand. 1 Hidden Armory. This is another turn 1 card, so basically this card allows you to add one equip spell from your deck to your hand, which is pretty good for this deck, but there's a huge disadvantage, and that disadvantage is that you cannot normal summon or set during the turn you activate this. So you cannot play this if you want to conduct the OTK in the same turn, but you can use it in the turn before you want to conduct the OTK, so it basically doesn't do any harm if you think that you will survive the turn. Alright, 3 upstart goblins, because, well, you need to draw cards, and also giving your opponent 1000 life points is not such a great deal, because Kei will be able to do so much damage that it will in most cases really exceed these, well, what is possible? It's 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000 life points your opponent can basically get when you play all 3 upstarts before you conduct the OTK, but that shouldn't really be a problem, and you need to draw the cards. So, good choice here. 2 Pot of Duality. Yeah, basically, again, just trying to bring those cards you need for the OTK to make it work in the best way to your hand. This works fine because you don't special summon anyways, except by the effect of Marauding Captain, but you will normally summon Kei in most cases, so that restriction doesn't matter anyhow. So 3 MSTs to get rid of your opponent's back row, just in case you don't have trap stun available, or there's some continuous spell card or something that's really a pain in the ass for you. You still have your MSTs to get rid of these. Then, yeah, the equip spells. So 3 Acts of Despair. These just increase the attack of the monster equipped by 1000 points. The other fact doesn't really matter here because it's an OTK. United We Stand. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. So basically also again works fine with Marauding Captain, because it will just increase the attack of Kei by 1600 points instead of just 800 if you play Kei alone. Then 3 Mask of Brutality, again increasing the monster's attack points by 1000. The other fact doesn't really matter because, as I said, it's an OTK, who cares about the turn after, right? Then 3 Mage Power. Mage Power is the main equip spell here, because it grants your monster 500 attack and defense points for each spell and trap you control. So basically what will happen most of the time, you have 4 or maybe 5 spell cards. They don't always have to be only equip spell cards, but also face down cards, like you just set your entire hand and then Mage Power and something else. So you'll be able to get up to, because you're not playing field spell here, that would be up to 2500 attack points for Kei with Mage Power. That is pretty amazing. Then you have Shooting Starbow Seal. Well, it does not increase the attack of Kei, but it decreases it by 1000 points. So you might think, oh, that's shitty. No, that's not, because it allows you to attack directly. So basically, you just, if you don't know what your opponent's playing and he has face down monsters which you don't want to destroy, because it might be Yang Xing or whatsoever, so he'll be able to block, whatever, you actually play Shooting Starbow Seal, so you can just hit face. That is also a very important card here, 2 copies of that. And then 3 Trap Stuns, just in case your opponent has some really annoying back row cards there, so you can just OTK safely by using Trap Stun. For the extra deck, I have to say that playing an extra deck with this is pretty stupid, but just in case someone who's playing this deck can make use of any of these exceeds at some point, which I don't think will be necessary because the OTK doesn't work with extra deck cards and is not supposed to work with them. But anyways, so these are possibilities which actually work with the synergy of the deck. Let's get through this. So you have Gem Knight Pearl, just 2600 attack, right, for beating down shit. 2 Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragons, also because of the effects. 1 number 103 Ragnar Zero. Blade Armor Ninja. Photon Papilloperative. I hate this word, damn it. Number 50 Black Ship of Corn. Number 101 Heroic Champion Excalibur. Castell. Exit Knight. Acid Golem. Alucard. Levier Sea Dragon. And Wind-Up Sandmains. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. It's a pretty fun OTK, as I said, and yeah, I just hope you just enjoy it as much as I do. And remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh!, Hearthstone, Pokemon, whatsoever videos, and see you guys later.